I thought it was about time I made another video because I haven't actually spoken to you for quite a while now. I know I made a YouTube video about the 7/7 bombings that I'd made for school. I just uploaded it onto YouTube. For my drama piece, my GCSE drama piece, we had to do a dramatic piece based on something, you know, quite heavy, and we chose the 7/7 bombings, so I made a little video just to try and understand a little bit more. I might be able to get that loaded up onto our actual video of the piece we did. I don't know yet though, because I still need to get a copy. But we'll see. This video is about my pet peeves, things that really bug me, you know, down from the things that really aren't that big a deal to all the way to things that, you know, generally most people get quite annoyed with. My first pet peeve is when I'm trying to watch a programme or a film, films are even worse, and you get to the critical moment that you've been waiting for the entire film or the entire episode, and you know, it's either really sad or it's really you know, tense, either of them things, and you really just want to be submerged in this little world that you've been in for half an hour, 2 hours, whatever. You really just want to see what happens, see how this plans out, and someone then decides that that would be the perfect moment to start talking to you. I'm really sorry, you may be my best friend, you may be my brother, you may be my mum, but I'm sorry, I've just spent an hour of my life watching this thing. I really need you to not interrupt me right at this moment when it's getting good. Do you know what I mean? It's very, very annoying. But my family tend not to do that to me because they know I will just plainly ignore them while that bit's going on, and then I'll answer the question. My second pet peeve, when people say to me, I don't understand, they're not understanding. When people say, oh, I don't get patriotism, because you can't help where you were born. That's like saying, I know I'm human, but I don't, you know, it doesn't matter if I am or not. I could have been born on Mars and no one would have been none the wiser. Come on, you were born in a country, that is where you have been brought up, that is your country. The fact that you were born there is specifically the point. I don't understand the fact that they can't understand that. Do you know what I mean? It quite annoys me, to be honest, because I am so patriotic that I find it really hard to understand. When American actors, this is the next one, sorry, play typical British or English characters, and you know, sometimes you will get a really good one, like in Becoming Jane, Anne Hathaway played Jane perfectly. You know, I really didn't think it would work having an American actress coming in and playing such a big British character, but it worked. It worked, and I was very glad, because otherwise that film could have gone downhill very fast. But I hate it when you can just tell that's not a real accent. They're not British. Sometimes you can blatantly tell, and it just doesn't work. It doesn't work. Don't do it. Okay? If you can't do a British accent with what is the word? With, you know what I mean. If you can't do it and play it correctly in a good way, so people know that you're British and they completely believe it. If you can't do it like that, don't play one. Get a British actor, get a British actress to play it. At the end of the day, we've got so many over here, you're spoiled for choice. It's not just, you know, Hugh Grant, it's not just him. We've got so many, and so many of them are brilliant that you don't need to have American actors and actresses playing British parts. You don't need it. Number 4, when people ask for my advice and then counter argue with everything I say. Like, I'll say, well, maybe you should just give her a bit of time, you know, see how it goes. They will then come back and say, yeah, but then she might go off me, and then I'll be like, okay, we'll talk to her. Yeah, but then she will. I've given you my advice. You can take it or you can leave it. That's completely up to you. I don't mind. Just don't argue with everything I'm saying. Do you know what I mean? It's not my problem. You're the one that's gonna have to deal with it. But sometimes they blatantly argue really quite harshly with me. Don't ask, because you don't want my advice at the end of the day. You don't want it. You know, you ask my advice, I'll give it to you happily. Whether you take it, it's fine, that's up to you, you don't have to. It's just what I would do. You know, just don't try and argue with everything I say. That really annoys me. I have one friend who does it all the time. That really annoys me. Yeah. My last pet peeve is something which I think quite a lot of people have problems with, and it's people who will not talk, become friends with, or even acknowledge that certain other people are even there, just because they might be a bit geeky, or they might not go to the right parties, or they might not dress correctly to what they perceive to be correct. You know, they don't do things the same. They're a little bit louder than probably they should be. You know, they won't even talk to them, they won't even acknowledge their presence. And that to me is so rude, so rude. You know, you don't know whether that person is going to be nice. You don't know what they're going to be like. You know, until you've said hi or until you've introduced yourself, you're not going to know. Do you know what I mean? That really annoys me. Because I am one of the people who people generally wouldn't, you know, my best friend, she is very popular. Very, you know, she gets invited to all the parties, and she dresses correctly all the time. She wouldn't go out without her makeup on. She wouldn't be seen dead with a geek. You know, she wouldn't even talk to him. And if I stopped to talk to someone in the street, she would blank them, quite frankly. Well, she wouldn't blank them, but she would not be very welcoming. Do you know what I mean? She wouldn't be cold, but she just wouldn't wholeheartedly say, oh hi, yeah, I'm Laura, whatever. She wouldn't go full in, I don't think. I hope my best friend doesn't take offence to this. Better talk to her. But she's lovely. But I know that if we hadn't been friends for the amount of time that we've been friends since I was born, we wouldn't be friends. Do you know what I mean? We're so different, and we're so... I try and be friends with everyone, or as many different types of people as I can, because I think it's the best way to be. You know, you can understand so many different things, and you can be friends with so many different people and learn so much more from people and get so much out of them if you're friends with a whole variety of people instead of just being stuck with one type of person. You know, just with the parties, or just with the people who take drugs, or just with the drama geeks, or with the math geeks. You know, if you're friends with everyone, you get so much more out of it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, so they're my pet peeves.